All Leeds TV, Sheffield Wednesday 1, Leeds 1, and it's player rating time. So, start straight away with Bailey Peacock-Farrell. I thought he responded to his poor performance at the weekend absolutely brilliantly tonight. I don't think he's got enough credit for his performance tonight. He flapped very early on, about 10 minutes in on the cross, where it sort of went over his glove, but after that he recovered really quickly and he showed real great mental strength, I felt. There was a lot of doubters, I felt, coming into this game about Bailey Peacock-Farrell. I'm not 100% convinced yet. I think he still needs to find that consistency. He still needs to make a few less errors on there in terms of shot stopping. But all in all, I thought tonight he was absolutely brilliant. He makes two really good saves from distance. One in the first half, one in the second half. I thought he covered well whenever he had to. He came off. He was willing to come off his line. There was a moment in the first half when KLICH tried to pass the ball back. He overhit it a little bit, and it sort of invited Sheffield Wednesday in. He responded absolutely brilliantly, swept it up, sweeper keeper role, did it really well, and covered brilliantly. I thought Bailey Peacock-Farrell was absolutely brilliant today. 8 out of 10 for me. Luke Ayling, right back, absolutely solid. Got forward whenever he could. It was a typical 7 out of 10. Solid Luke Ayling performance for me. Faultless, really. I can't really think of anything he did wrong. Forestieri didn't really get much joy from him, and I can't really give higher because he wasn't really tested that much in the defensive sense, but a nice solid 7 out of 10 Luke Ayling performance. Pontus Jansson, 7 out of 10. I thought he was pretty much dominant, I felt, on Stephen Fletcher. I don't think Stephen Fletcher really won the header all night. There was a couple of moments playing out the back where Pontus Jansson was a little bit too relaxed, trying to be a little bit too clever, but all in all, I thought solid again. Won his individual battle, covered whenever he had to, for Ayling and Douglas or Cooper. 7 out of 10 for me. Liam Cooper, I thought for 80 minutes it was absolutely solid, and I can't really be too critical, but there was a 10-minute spell towards the end where he was just giving the ball away far too often for me. Where we really need to build that momentum out the back, move the ball quickly. He just kept giving the ball away. There was a 5-minute spell where he must have given the ball away 4 or 5 times, and it invites pressure to an extent. Maybe he'd be a little bit overcritical, but it's frustrating from that point of view. At times when he's under no pressure, he needs to play the simpler pass if he has to sometimes. But a 6 out of 10 from me. I don't think he did anything wrong defensively. Just playing out the back, I thought he needed to show a little bit more composure towards the end when we need to build a little bit of momentum out the back. Barry Douglas, I thought he was absolutely brilliant tonight. Yes, he misses a sitter, but I thought, all in all, defensively, absolutely brilliant. Going forward, again, effective, made things happen. 8 out of 10 for me for Barry Douglas. KP, holding midfielder, absolutely outstanding tonight. A 9 out of 10 for me. He just ran the game, and he really set the tempo. In the Yorkshire Derby, when the challenges are flying in, Calvin Phillips, with the first one of the game, within 5 minutes, he makes his mark on that game. I'm not really one for getting too much into the physical side of a game, but that really is something you need there in a game like that. And within 5 minutes, he stamped his mark on the game, and after that, his passing was brilliant. Defensively, he covered really well. Never really let Sheffield Wednesday break forward the midfielders, make box-to-box runs, anything like that. Covered brilliantly. 9 out of 10 for me. Outstanding performance off Calvin Phillips. An absolute warrior on the night for Leeds. The right-hand side, Jack Harrison. I was maybe a little bit overcritical in the review, but I felt Jack Harrison could have just found that extra gear tonight. He saw a lot of the ball, but he never really got in behind the wing-back enough. He tried to run at the wing-back and beat him a few times. Threw a few crosses into the box, a few really dangerous ones into the box. A bit unlucky in the first half where their right-back was very lucky not to score an own goal, but he creates that, Jack Harrison. And he looks really positive. I do like Jack Harrison. He just needs to work on the end product a little bit. There's one moment towards the end of the game where he can just play a simple pass into Luke Ayling, and it's a probable 3-on-2 situation. He overhits the pass massively, and it was frustrating. A 6 out of 10 for me. By no means a bad game, but I think Jack Harrison, especially what he's shown over the last couple of weeks, is capable of a lot better than that. KLICH, 8 out of 10. The goal was absolutely outstanding, but for the second half in particular, he just absolutely ran the show. The amount of clever passing and moving, 1 touch, 2 touch, just kept the game ticking over, absolutely dominated the midfield. There's a few, the only reason I can't really give higher than an 8, and I wouldn't go higher than Phillips, is that he gave the ball away a couple of times, trying to be a little bit too clever in the first half. But all in all, I thought KLICH, what a player he is. 8 out of 10, and he is the key in this team. He is the guy that makes this team tick. You know, I saw Phil Hay touch on this point against Birmingham. It's very much a point I sort of agree with, that KLICH doesn't play well, Leeds don't play well. When he does play well, Leeds are absolutely brilliant, and he does make us tick. Simple as, he makes Samu's side tick, and he covers Phillips whenever he has to. He can make that midfield too, that midfield pivot if necessary. He is the key part of this team at the moment. 8 out of 10 for me. Samu Saiv, I thought was lively throughout the game, controlled things in the middle of the park, drove forwards whenever he could. I thought he was tenacious. I thought he just made things happen all night. I'd go an 8 out of 10. I thought Samu Saiv was as good as KLICH and Phillips. Ezcan Alioski, I felt, had a real frustrating game. Just didn't make enough happen for me. Wasted a lot of opportunities, and I just thought throughout the game he was really ineffective. You know, Wednesday's probably biggest chance of the game, other than the goal he scored, came from Alioski not tracking back, and I just thought it was a frustrating game all round for Alioski tonight. I'd go with 4 out of 10 probably, to be quite honest with you. I thought it was a real poor performance by Alioski's standards. Tyler Roberts I thought did okay, ran the channels, didn't really have a chance to score, but I thought in terms of link-up play, I thought he did fine. You know, I can't really be too critical of Tyler Roberts. I thought it was a 7 out of 10 for me. I know he's not got himself a goal, and maybe he didn't quite make those runs that you expect of a real out-and-out number 9, but I thought I can't really be too critical. You know, he's done fine. Sometimes his touch maybe was a bit heavy, but he worked throughout the game. He really did move their defence around a bit, and I felt he brought the midfield into the game a little bit more in that second half, and that midfield really started to take control because of Tyler Roberts' movement, I felt. But all in all, I'm happy with the performances tonight. You know, and if you've enjoyed the video, make sure you give us a like and subscribe to the channel, and make sure you check out Joe's review of the game and Ramblers of the South Stands review of the game as well. I've been Oscar Marriott, Leeds TV. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you later.